Hey guys, my name is Shayla. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, I talk about motherhood, I talk about pregnancy. I just posted a video saying that we were gonna pause on having a third baby, if at all. And so now I'm just gonna talk about motherhood stuff. Not related to milestones or cloth diapers and just life. I have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. I'm on Instagram, HEYSHAYLA, podcast HEYSHAYLA. Today I'm gonna talk about sex. So when instead of saying that word, because I am immature, I'm going to say playing the piano, because that's what the radio station KDWB used to say when I was younger to disguise it from any children that were hearing. And I did a video about playing the piano after pregnancy. It's called Sex After Pregnancy on my channel. And I remember thinking this is, how am I going to talk about this? Because I have family that watch this. My grandma watches my channel. I've got in-laws that watch my channel. But then I realized I can do it pretty PG. So here we go. This video is going to be about playing the piano after having 2 children. Because I remember when we were pregnant, people were so negative. They were like, oh, better do it now, because once the baby gets here, you won't be doing it at all. And we were like, that's ridiculous. But nobody tells you what postpartum is like, because you're supposed to wait 6 weeks after your baby's born to be cleared to play the piano again. So that means in your 3rd trimester is the last opportunity you get to do it. And the 3rd trimester is when you're the absolute largest you've ever been. You can't really roll over very well or move at all. There's no kissing because you can't reach if you're playing the piano. There's no you're either really into it and you're like, yeah, let's do this. Or you're like, I feel like a beached whale, let's not. And then ironically, the best way to get labor going, or one of the ways to get labor going and soften the cervix, is sperm. So if you want your baby to come out because you're feeling ginormous, just play the piano with your partner. This is the first thing in multiple steps of pregnancy and postpartum journey that are just backwards. Then once your baby's born, your hormones are doing just crazy things, because your body biologically is going, we just birthed this baby and now we're caring for it. We're breastfeeding it. We have this creature that we need to keep alive. And I don't know if you know, but playing the piano can lead to a baby. So your body's going, we can't support 2 lives right now. We need to focus on this one. So libido is and when you're breastfeeding, everything else in your body is dry. Sahara desert dry. So I remember my midwife saying, yeah, okay. First of all, I did my 6-week appointment virtually because it was in COVID. How the do you know if everything's fine? So she said, grab a glass of wine and some lube. Thank you, midwife. Thank you. So even once you get cleared, you might not be ready. Your body's not ready. And if you're breastfeeding, like I said, Sahara desert, things that were once fun bags, toys, are now tools. This usually is something enjoyable. Breastfeeding, is this gonna be weird? Is it gonna be weird to have a baby nursing on me? It's not weird. It's very different in your head, because one is fun, yeah. The other one's ouch. And they're going for it for sustenance, not for fun. Different. Just don't worry about that. So now once you try and use these tools for toys, it just doesn't work the same. Because first of all, you're worried that your partner's just gonna get squirted in the face with milk. Second of all, you're I'll get naked except for my bra here, because I need to keep this on here just to, feel comfortable. Third, your partner might be a little I've seen what my baby does to that now. I just, maybe they don't care. You might be come on, man, come on, just give me something here. Give me some, do this. And you can explain to them what could feel good and what could not feel good, and then let them decide what they want to do. And you can decide, this is a no zone for me now, or come on, let's do a little bit, let's do a little something. It's a complicated time. It's a really complicated time. The other thing is, we cosleep. And people are always if you don't play the piano in your own bed at nighttime, how could you possibly ever do it any other time? And I'm you get spicy again. You go back to your 20s and you're what did I do in my 20s? Oh, in the middle of the day, during nap time? Oh, in the kitchen? Oh, in the laundry room? In the storage closet? Okay, whatever. You just get creative. It's not just straight missionary in the bed at 11 p.m. You get kind of crazy. So that can be spicy. Because everything is super duper dry, midwife recommends lube. That's nice, because now you don't just have all the time in the world. You're on kind of a nap time schedule. So hopefully the baby doesn't wake up before we're finished with our recital here. So the lube can expedite that. We are efficient piano players at this point. When you have your period You may or may not track it on an app. I do it for like fertility. I did it for fertility. I haven't had my period in like 4 years. I've had it once since my first daughter was born, and she's now 3 years old plus the pregnancy, so that's almost 4 years. But I used to like track it, keep track. Oh, this is how long my cycle is. Oh, here's when I think I'm ovulating. Oh, here's when I am gonna get my period. This is how I got pregnant, trying to prevent pregnancy. It all worked out perfectly. I'm really glad everything happened the way it did. But so then I get on the app and I'm like, because I track now when you, there's a little heart. And I'll be like, a month? Did I forget to record it last time? No, it's been a month or a little more. Like, it's fine. And you're like, okay. So there's a couple things I say here. Thing number one, if you're finding yourself like arguing a lot with your partner, could be good to add a little heart on that calendar soon. Sometimes it just relieves a little bit of the tension, a little bit of the stress, just relieves it. Sometimes it helps a headache. So the whole like, I have a headache, could help with that a little bit if you want. The other thing can be super, super helpful. Don't even tell your partner, because your partner will probably always be down, right? Schedule it in your mind. Tomorrow night, it's going down. Or tomorrow nap time, it's going down. Keep a little reserve in the tank, right? Because likely all night long, you've kind of been woken up. You hear crying, you're breastfeeding, maybe you're co-sleeping, maybe you're not, maybe you go to the crib, so your sleep isn't great. Then you wake up and you're tired, but your baby's like awake and ready to go at 4 a.m. and you're like, okay, cool, let's start the day. Then you start the day, and then you are constantly just like feeding and playing and giving and giving and giving and giving, which you want to because you're a mom. And then it's finally time for bath and bedtime and wind down, and you are also winding down with them to the point where hopefully you don't fall asleep when you put them down to sleep. And then that's when the reserve kicks in. Old cars, I guess, used to have just 2 gas tanks. So if this one was empty, you'd have this emergency gas tank. That's when that comes in. It's mental, because you're like, I need to remember that I'm not going to fall asleep tonight. I'm going to wake up and go tap on my partner's shoulder and say, hey, I know you don't know, but tonight's the recital, because I haven't had a heart in a really long time on our app here. I'd recommend, in your mind, picking a day in the next few where it's going down. If your hearts are very sparse, and if you didn't think that would be you, you're not alone. And if you've got hearts galore, good for you, man. I'm proud of you. You should never feel pressured to do it. If you want to give it as a gift, that's okay, but don't feel like you have to because your partner is rude. Yeah, I hope that this stayed PG enough. I hope that my family is no longer watching if they were. And I hope that you got some good little tips and some real solidarity, knowing that you're tired, timing is weird, you're on this time crunch where you're trying to finish your recital before a child wakes up, because if child wakes up mid-recital, that's a real downer. Sometimes it just super expedites the process where you're like, okay, and it like speeds it up even faster until you can be like, okay, cool, which one of us is gonna go? Go. Yeah. Get yourself a cute bra. My camera just shut off because battery was exhausted. And I was like, I feel you, girl. But I would just say we're also struggling with our postpartum bodies. Our husbands, our partners, get to just keep up with their workout routine, their healthy eating, and their like activity. And we don't. So there's that. Just know that your partner probably doesn't care as much as you do. It's hard for you because you're like, oh, these toys used to be nice and lush, and now they are pancakey and just are different. The postpartum bod can also be a big thing. So in addition to like a cute bra that you feel comfortable in, where things are not going to spray people in the face, maybe get a tank top. That might make you feel a little better. I don't know what else to say about this other than solidarity, sis. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Mwah. Bye.